All right, I'm off my fast. I done got my hair cut off and all this stuff. I've been fasting so long, I got a white line across the top of my head. I stopped fasting because the time is up. But let me tell you why I was fasting. I was fasting from women because I was a whoremonger. A lot of people don't realize that. See, a lot of the women I mess with so-called dimes, but their mind wasn't right. Mm, Mine's wasn't right. But I done messed with a lot of women. But the one that drew the straw, because I used to mess with niggas, women. If I wasn't cool with you, I'd mess with your old lady. But the one that did it was this married chick. She got 3 babies for me. Something in my She got 3 babies for me, and her husband signed the birth certificates. I told him that was my kids, but he wouldn't listen. You know, I almost went to war with that man. I was chasing behind that man with an SK, but not because I was trying to take his wife, because he threatened my life. You don't say you're gonna kill somebody if you catch him in that house. Nah, she invited me in that house. That's your cue to step off and leave or protect your home, which he wasn't living there, so it wasn't his home. He used to beat on her. And I came in, I ain't no abusive nigga. I don't fight no woman. That's one thing about me. Now, men, yeah, I fight y'all. Women, no. My wife used to beat me up. I know I'm straying off the subject, but I'm gonna get back on it. My wife used to beat me up so much that my mama said, every time y'all get in a fight, why you the only one that got scratches? I said, because I don't hit her back. And mind you, my daddy used to beat the hell out of my mama. Mama said, boy, you better start fighting back. Damn, look at that lining. That's my true color up there over this black face. Something beat me up. Look like I'm wearing blackface. But anyway, the nigga threatened my life. So what I'm supposed to do, just wait till I get killed or get in action? At the time, I was active. I'm not active no more. I'm an Israelite. God say turn out a cheek, but I got 2 cheeks. I'm going to turn one, but I ain't going to turn the other. Well, actually, I got 4. But I don't play with my butt cheeks, period. But things got sticky. And I was feeling some kind of way behind this woman. I fell in love with this man's wife. I can't believe it. Because she was treating me so good, buying me stuff. I mean, buying me food when I don't even want to eat it. I ain't eat half of that shit. Forgive me for cussing. I ain't mean to cuss. I ain't even eat half of that stuff. She'll be buying me stuff and giving me money, and I don't want none of that. You know, I went on a run for 2 years. When me and my wife, we had our little situation, and she left me because I kept going to jail. I was in and out of jail. I'm one of them cats that every time a cop see me, they want to lock me up. So I get locked up. Then I was beating buku charges. I beat buku charges. I don't even know how to say that. I mean, I'm beating. And then I was doing it most of the time with public defenders because they ain't had no cases. I'm beating assault with fire, well, attempted murder. Then they dropped it down to assault with a firearm. All this stuff. I'm beating all kinds of cases. I'm coming home left and right. Then they start playing drugs on me. See, that's when my wife left me. They planted drugs on me. I took a plea bargain for weed because I was working in Marathon Oil Refinery in Reserve. They they random drug tests. And everybody who know me know I don't smoke no fucking weed. If I do, it's on occasion. And it gotta be like once every 2 years, once every 5 years. I barely ever smoke weed. That ain't my thing. That shit make me paranoid. Mm-mm. Weed and me, you'll see the old wrinkle over the eye. It's because I'm an old nigga. But I don't smoke no fucking weed. And like I said, I'm an Israelite. But this married woman, now I know the Bible good. I've been studying the Bible since I was like 13. I'm 48 now. I was studying the Bible good. Anything that God said the Israelites can't have. Before I knew I was an Israelite, I was not doing. My stepmoms, Inez used to have to cook separate dinners for me than the rest of the kids. When she cooked pork and all that stuff, Inez, Kioki, my little sister, they all tell you I had a separate meal because I wouldn't eat pork. I'm not eating no shrimp, none of that. No. And plus, I'm allergic to shrimp. But I used to ain't be until I start studying the Bible. See, a lot of people don't realize that God is real. Nah, he real. You can try if you want, but he's real. And everything that's going on. But I'm straying off the subject again. Subject again. But I sat up there and I kept messing with that married woman. Me and her husband getting into it until I told him them 3 kids, mine. He's like, y'all been messing around all this time? Duh. Yes. You can't look at them and tell. Look at their eyes. They look like my mama. I ain't gonna go into that extra stuff, but after I start noticing that every time I'm messing with this woman, all kinds of bad stuff happening to me. I'm getting in car accidents, all kinds of stuff. When I left her alone, I got so sick, I had to walk with a cane. Yeah, I was walking with a cane. God is real. And me, being an Israelite and studying the Bible, thou should not commit adultery. But I was an adulterer. I was a whoremonger, amongst other things. I ain't gonna tell you about the other things I was doing. Maybe on a later date, I'll tell you. But I was trying my luck. I left her alone because I started realizing every time I deal with her, I get sick. Something bad happened to me because this was all through COVID. COVID when I really left her alone when the COVID was going around. But I had been messing with this woman since 2012. Finally left her alone in 2021. And when the prison came back, she's still on me, showing me. She said she wants to show me my daughter. I said, all right, let's go to a public restaurant. Damn, I can't get over this line. But damn, she said, let's go to I said, let's go to a public restaurant. Bought us some food. I'm looking at my little daughter, Heaven, looking just like her mama. But she had my traits too. But that woman said, I don't want to eat here. Let's go get a room and eat. I already knew the play. And me, being a whoremonger that I am, I went for the play. I know what she was up to. Next thing you know, I done meet another kid. For y'all who wondering what I'm drinking, Coca-Cola, but I gotta cut it with ice because I got kidney disease, stage 3 kidney disease. So I'm not even supposed to be drinking that. So I cut it with a whole bunch of ice, but it seemed like that's the only thing to quench my thirst. Now back to the story. Now I done almost, like, he beat her and all this stuff. I almost killed that man. This back in the days. Because he said he was going to kill me. So I'm on Elm Street. He pull up. I got the SK. I'm about to do him something with the SK. And he telling me, chill out, chill out, chill out. So I go put the SK up. And I grab that big ass switch knife I had. Because if he tries something, I'm going to stab him. Me and him came to an agreement. We got to be close to friends. I ain't going to say friends, but we got to understand it. To where he understand that that woman want me. And y'all separated. You be beating on her. I don't. Well, I do be beating on her, but not the way he do. But man, God was cursing me. I kept falling and falling and falling until I was walking with a cane, man. Too young to be walking with a cane. My mama don't walk with a cane. What I'm doing losing 15 pounds in 1 week. Well, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Well, I'm seeing doctors every week. I gotta go to neurologist, hematologist, all kinds of stuff. They trying to figure out what's going on with me. But I start figuring out what was going on with me. It was God punishing me. I wasn't supposed to be touching that woman. You're an Israelite. You know your Ten Commandments and all the other commandments. I ain't gonna say, but I studied that Bible very good. If you want to talk to me about that Bible, trust me. I ain't even gotta have a book. I could tell you about it. You tell me a scripture, tell me what you want to know, and I go to running it down. My daughter know that. My son know that too. Everybody who know me know I know that Bible. I know that Bible way better than Christian pastors. Because I used to question them. Jason Johnson could tell you that. I used to ask them questions just to see if they knew what they was talking about. And they never could come back with the answer, but I already knew the answer. They'll never come back with the answer. And Jason had a lot of pastors coming out. Them people is hustlers. Damn, I got some liberty ears. But anyway, I realized me touching this man's wife was actually causing all these plagues to come upon me. So what I did, I went on close to 4 years. It's almost 4 years. It's probably gonna be 4 years. I went on a fast from women. 4 years, no sex, no nothing. Every now and then I masturbated, but I usually didn't. I'll just be chilling. It, when I sit up there and see that I'm getting too excited about something, I turn my attention to something else. I wouldn't even look women in the eyes. And in today's day, it's a good thing because you don't know if they was born a man and changed their sexual organs. But I step back and I'm still celibate. I'm happy that I'm celibate. But messing with that man's wife, man, that shit almost, ooh, man, that stuff almost killed me. So I let all that hair grow on my face. I was walking around looking mangy because at certain times women will be all friendly with me and stuff. And I know once you give me all that eye contact and all this and compliment me and stuff, I know where that's hitting. I know what that's coming from because, like I said, I used to be a whoremonger. A lot of you cats don't know that. I probably didn't touch your girl. Not none of my friends, but all through the country. Because at one point I was traveling this country. I used to be in Memphis a lot. My kid's mother, my wife was from Atlanta. I used to be in New York. I'm in Vermont. I'm in Chattanooga. I'm all down in Fort Lauderdale. I'm all over Texas. Man, I don't even know. I'm all over Texas. I was in Mexico. I was in California. I was all over the place. And I was touching women all over them places. Now, and I just named some. I ain't name all. Oklahoma City. And this ain't no lie. God could back me up. I'm all over the world. Well, all over this country, not all over the world. I'm all over this country touching women. And then I was 21. I'm 48 now. I was 21 back then. Man, I was young, dumb, and you know the rest. And then I had money. So if I couldn't get nothing to holler at me, I used to pay certain women. I remember in Memphis, I got robbed by a nigga who had a Jerry curl in 1999. And this ain't no lie. I wasn't tripping though. I thought I gave that nigga $40. I ended up getting that nigga my $400 because I used to keep my money in my sock. Now I know I'm straying off. I used to keep my money in my sock. Keep my big money in my sock and my little money in my pocket. But I was at the club, Pure Passion off Brooks Road. Somehow I put all my money in my pockets because I was at the strip club. And I'm throwing. Oh, I wasn't making it rain. Don't get it twisted. I ain't no big meat. But I was getting out money. Matter of fact, I got a ticket in that strip club too. But I was getting out money and I put my money in my pocket. Nigga ran up on me and had a big ass revolver in my face. Motherfucker about, well, I can't do it because I'm holding the phone. It was yay long. Let me tell you that. The barrel was long. I thought I gave that nigga that $40. Nigga left my jewelry on me and everything because I used to wear gold chains and shit and rings and watches. Man, that nigga sat up there and seen that he hurry up and went jumped in that fucking long ass old fucking car and pulled off. I say, yeah, these old country ass. Thought I gave him $40. I gave him the 400. I only had $40. Well, when I got to that hotel at that Days Inn that was at the end of Brooks Road, well, I was drove. I was mad at all. Then my daddy, yeah, my daddy who got murdered by the police. That nigga was walking out the lobby while I was walking back to the hotel mad because I realized that I gave him the $400. I told my daddy what happened. That nigga bust out laughing and went to his room. But yeah, messing with that married woman, I had to go on a fast from women, period. Now, with me saying that, in today's climate, I want y'all to know that I ain't never looking no man like that. So don't think no weird stuff. Today's climate, you gotta say stuff like that. I ain't never looking no man like that. Only pretty man I ever seen in my life is Prince. But that's because he was a pimp. And that's what I look at him as. But after that, I was like, shit, I'm not about to touch none of these women. It's going on 4 years. So and women used to be flirting with me, so I used to let the hair grow on my face and let my hair get all wild so I look bummy. I'm like, yeah. One time I get cleaned up is for family gatherings. Other than that, yeah, because I got tired. I'm not a, I'm not a beautiful ass dude, but I ain't ugly either. So certain women used to be flirting with me and stuff, and I got tired of it. It's like I'm gonna walk around this motherfucker looking like a caveman. They gonna leave me alone, cause I'm fasting. I'm praying to God, and I'm asking for forgiveness, cause I messed with that married woman. I can get deep into that married woman story, but you know what? I'm not. I got some school studying to do. I'm about to get on my laptop. Yeah, I cut it off. That don't mean I'm out here chasing, you heard me?